Hi guys, I just want to talk to you guys about advertisements for a second. I've put this video up on YouTube instead of Blip so that the maximum amount of people can see it without having to see an advertisement first.
And well, because you'd have to have a lot of nerve to charge ad revenue in a video complaining about how you're being denied ad revenue.
Lately, many people have been using ad blockers that prevent them from seeing the advertisements in Blip videos, including my own.
So few people actually do this, it's not even worth making a video about it. But clearly your popularity has dwindled to the point where you're looking desperately for any logical explanation as to why you're not making enough money to keep the light on these days. Hint, people are not using ad blocker to hurt you, they're doing it to protect their computer or simply because they hate seeing ads.
Furthermore, those of you who use ad blockers may have seen this message pop up, making you wait 90 seconds for our content to begin. And furthermore, several people are upset about this. As such, let's talk for a second about why the ads are there and why I need you guys to see the ads.
Now I want you to remember his wording here, folks, because he is going to contradict this later on. He clearly said he needs you to see his ads, in his usual pompous tone, of course, like we somehow owe him a living. He could be harvesting beans or slaving away at an office or something like an honorable day laborer, but alas, he chose the profession of pay me to bitch about comics. How dare we use ad blocker?
Here's the thing. Atop the Fourth Wall, History of Power Rangers, all the videos I produce.
You know, those videos you most likely ignore on thatguywiththeglasses.com while you're waiting for Nostalgia Critic's next episode to come up.
This is my day job. I have no other job except for producing the videos.
Here's a recommendation. Get a sustainable job then. It's easy. They're called want ads. Use your dwindling online video profits as supplemental income and be happy for what you get while working somewhere offline. Sounds like a simple solution, don't it?
This is how I pay my bills. This is not a hobby for me. It would take too much time for me to produce the videos and work a 9 to 5.
Yet there are those of us who manage. I have a part-time job, I make videos, and I tutor people in Spanish for money. And I have 2 kids to take care of. It offends me that there are self-entitled people such as yourself who claim they cannot do this. Why? Is it because you're not qualified to flip a burger? Or do you just feel like you're above it? Linkara, you strike me as a particularly arrogant person, and I never heard anyone pointing to the contrary. Long story short, your viewers are a privilege. They don't owe you a living. Don't pretend like they do simply because some of them actually enjoy your crap.
I just couldn't do it. Now that's not the same case for all producers on Channel Awesome, but it is the case for several of us. And the companies that sell advertising can tell when people use ad blockers. As such, when it happens, it's counted as the ad not being seen, and thus money is lost.
No, money is not lost. You simply don't get the cent for the view. Big whoop. And the ad people live on, and so do you.
I'm not going to ask you to completely remove the ad blockers. I get why people use them. However, most ad blockers have the option to whitelist the site.
Oh, that's rich. Deny other people their ad revenue, but not you because you're special. Why should we whitelist your videos? Because you aren't making any money? This is ludicrous. If you get why people use ad blockers, you wouldn't be begging them to not apply them to your content.
If you don't know what whitelisting is, and I know that there are people who don't, many have asked me on Twitter about it.
What is that? You gonna pimp slap someone? That has got to be the most forced, secret gesture that I've ever seen.
That means you let specific sites have ads on them while still blocking everything else. Now, I also know some people have responses to that. Some people say they've tried to disable the ads for Blip, but the ads somehow freeze the video or cause everything to crash. That's fine. I understand that. You are the exception. However, I would encourage you to try to hunt down the problem, update your drivers, and etc., because that really shouldn't be happening.
Hunt down the problem? What problem? Ads aren't showing up in my videos. Shit, I need to figure out why. This is your problem, Uncle Linky, not your viewers. I like how condescending you are to your viewers. I guess your viewers like being talked down to. No wonder you've dropped in ad revenue. You treat your audience like they're walking pennies.
I know that the ads can be repetitive. Part of the problem is that a lot of companies don't trust online advertising. Partially because of ad blocks. Thus, less advertising is sold and there's less variety. However, there are ways around that. 1. You can mute the ad. That way the ad is still counted as viewed. You can mute it for 30 seconds, check your email, check another tab, or whatever.
Aha! So you don't want people to watch the ad. You just want them to leave it on and go do something else while they wait for your video to pop up so you can make money. And later on, you're gonna claim that people don't respect you because they keep ad block on to watch your crap. How about your lack of respect for the people who pay you? You're out and out telling your audience how to help you con ad companies out of pennies by ignoring their ad while enjoying the very benefits of those companies' success. Talk about biting the hand that feeds you. It's clear that it's not the ads you're worried about. It's the money from those ads that you're not getting. That's all you care about, you hypocritical, slimy, smarmy pustule you.
2. The great thing about the progress bar on streaming video is that you can skip ahead to the mid-roll ad whenever you want. Just do that after the first ad, just play it right away, then go back to the very beginning and you can watch the rest of the video ad-free.
Actually, that doesn't work. That'll just make the video reload and you get to watch the ad again. Congrats, you just made Uncle Linky another half-penny.
Now, some people have said that they have disabled ad block or whitelisted a site, but they still don't see any ads. Well, there are a few reasons for that. Advertising is region-specific. That means that advertising is usually only played in the United States or the UK.
That has got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I lived in Germany for 3 years, and I remember seeing tons of ads online there. This is wrong. This is incredibly, non-educatingly, brain-numbingly wrong. The only thing region-specific about ads is the language they're set in. No wonder you're not qualified to flip a burger, Linky. You haven't the proper education. So don't get a job, get an education, then get a job, you fat, pompous leech.
Do I think that there are untapped markets elsewhere? Oh, hell yes. However, I'm not in charge of that. And for any other reason why the ad is still not showing up for you, well, you did what you could to try to support me, and for that, I appreciate it nonetheless.
To support you. You. That's the bottom line, isn't it? This is what offends me about your video. You seem to think the world revolves around you. I encourage everyone to use more ad blocker. Let's force the ad companies to do it differently and less intrusively. I mean, Linky here doesn't hold back. The man puts an ad in front of the video, one in the middle, one at the end of the video, a little pop-up every few seconds. It gets obnoxious, and the bottom line is that you'd get more ad revenue with less ads if you had something that truly attracted a viewership. Let ad companies create a system that we can all live with and that everyone, even the nobodies like me and Uncle Linky, can make cash with. That'll be a project I'll gladly back.
Some people have told me that they do not wish to support a product that they don't feel is worth the time sitting through the advertisement for. In other words, they didn't like the video. And for that, well, okay, that's your opinion if the video is not any good. But that's basically saying that you have no respect for me or my efforts to entertain you.
Just like you have no respect for people who pay for their own internet and computers and wish to enjoy their online access in the manner of their own choosing. Or how you have no respect for the people who pay you to put ads in your videos. You have no respect for anyone! I remember in That Guy with the Glasses forum, some asshole named Batdan was insulting me and saying the worst diatribes about me, and you agreed with him, Linkara. You respect no one and nothing. Don't you dare ask people to respect your slimy ass in return. Also, your content blows. I don't watch it, but I encourage people who do to use more ad blocker. The freedom lies in the user. No one owes you a damn thing.
It's a trade-off. In order to watch this video, you watch the ad. The 30 seconds you lost for the ad is really not that much in the grand scheme of things. Especially when you compare it to the amount of advertisements on Hulu, TV, or hell, even trailers for movies.
Trailers are something we watch to see if we're interested in seeing the movie or not. There's merit in those. The reason people stopped watching TV and moved to online entertainment was to get away from ads in the first place. There's an ad in this rant video too, folks, so I encourage you to use ad blocker if it pesters you. I know I would. It's a trade-off. If you like my shit and want to see more, I'll probably end up with more and more viewers and eventually make a few more bucks. If I stagnate and start to drop off the radar of what people want to watch, I'll find my ad money decreasing, with or without people using ad blockers. Food for thought?
Still others have said that the current advertising model is unsustainable.
And those people are correct. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here bitching about the 10 guys who actually do have ad blockers on. You know, I bet you most of your viewers don't have ad blockers. You should be making better stuff rather than complaining about people who want to enjoy their internet however they like. And that's the bottom line. I have no kind words for this man. He has no redeeming qualities that I can discern. But that's okay. Not everyone will like everyone. And not everyone will use ad blockers. Till next time, dear viewers, take this however you like. So, I was just informed that Silent Rob has shut down his channel on YouTube. Is it for good? Potentially. Will he return? Conceivably. But did he go down like a little bitch? That's for certain. Let's read his goodbye letter to the world. For the better part of 18 years, I put my nose to the grindstone, paid my dues, and made thousands of videos, considered by some to be some of the funniest content out there, while my channel got completely buried in the algorithm. I don't know, Rob. You were lazy, you took lots of shortcuts, kind of like I'm doing right now by playing Oregon Trail while I read your surrender notice to the world. You didn't pay anything either. In fact, you owe a lot of people money that you'll never pay back, so the idea of you paying anything to anyone is laughable. Let's continue reading here. As I was making what ultimately became my last video tonight, oh, perish the thought, against a notoriously racist troon we constantly had issues with on FDU, people begged me to get rid of for over a year, and an autistic effing R-word who loved me to the point of wanting to F my B 6 months ago, but now hates me, who sounds like he has a chocolate-covered D for a tongue openly attacking a child. Christ, these run-on sentences are murder. I think Rob just lost the ability to make similes that make sense. This is just sad. As sad as a voyage to Oregon City with you would be for me in 1849, Rob. I sat there and looked around wondering why I'm even bothering. Know what I saw when I looked around? I saw a bunch of damn backstabbers playing both sides like that Muffin Cake's F-word who spent 18 years pointing out random point parts in my vids 'cause tism, I guess. You know, Rob, that Muffin Cakes guy could have not given you 18 years of viewership. If anything, that proves that he was interested enough in your content that he came back time and time again to show you support. It's not his fault that you now blame your audience for never making it into the big leagues. Why don't you blame your lack of constancy, your erratic behavior online, your constant bridge burning with people trying to help you, etc., etc., etc.? And you certainly don't seem to blame the many drugs you've taken over the years. You know, a little personal responsibility and humility would have done you wonders. And I also saw 46 members, 46 people who bothered to pay the equivalent of a small meal at McDonald's out of the almost 10 million who enjoyed my shit over 18 years. I would contest that number, Rob. You may have gotten a total of 10 million views on your channel as a whole, but I would never believe you ever had an audience of 10 million people. Add in people who like your content so much they watch it multiple times, times when people are shown your videos but they click away. There's no way in hell you've ever had 10 million people watching you. This is just delusional. As delusional as believing that your content is worth paying $8 a month for, when there are just so many free channels that offer everything from animations to actual content that doesn't just involve lazily pointing a camera at your face while you drive around aimlessly listening to Bee Gees. Rob, you are not Mr. Beast. You are not AVGN. Right now, even Minute World's videos are currently more interesting and more fun to watch than yours are. You should really start to evaluate that you're not all that in a bag of chips anymore. No, you really aren't worth a small value meal at McDonald's. By the way, kind of douchey way to minimize the money your viewers have to decide whether to pay you or not. You don't respect the value of $8, clearly. But why would you? You've had people donate you $500 3 times in a row in streams, and you repaid those very people by telling them to suck a dick. You begged David for money over and over again, and you never valued the fact that at one point he was willing to let you shake him down for loose change. You're a scumbag, Rob. An ungrateful scumbag at that. I sure as fuck didn't see anyone sticking up for me after I stuck up for them for years or took time out of my life to talk these guys down off the edge. Yeah, you charged them money for the privilege, dude. Maybe it would seem like a favor worth repaying if repayment wasn't always measured in dollars as it always seems to be with you. I'm sitting around since 2007 begging for fucking crumbs, never getting one decent opportunity thrown my way in almost 2 decades, and whenever I did try to better my life, most of these fuckers spazzed out. You've been sitting around since 2007 begging. That's where it stops. That's literally the only true statement you made right there. Crumbs? Dude, you've had streams where you won literally hundreds of dollars. The hell are you even talking about? And Muda, you had Muda there to boost your numbers, and you didn't appreciate his contribution. You did nothing but burn bridges and act like you were owed a living. What part of doing fentanyl was supposed to have bettered your life, huh? The only spaz here was you. You wanted to get famous for doing as little as humanly possible. You wanted to be online famous. Now you see that it was never a viable source of income in a space where popularity is key. Thinking you're the hottest ticket on Earth is not the same as actually being the hottest ticket on Earth. The internet at large has spoken. They aren't interested in what you are quite literally trying to sell them. Worse, they now know that it's your one and only driving motivation, and that paying you will only make you buy more drugs. So, that which doesn't guarantee that you'll continue being motivated. You see what the problem is? And then you compare yourself to Spoonie. Dude, you are not Spoonie. He cultivated his audience. He even went to cons, did stand-up for them. At least for a moment, he was putting in the effort. At least in the beginning he was. Well, don't worry, 'cause nobody has to ever deal with me again, both online and soon to be offline too, once I find a dealer with a bag. I've been struggling and getting absolutely effing nowhere with that page for years, when I deserved way effing more than what I was given. You never valued what you were given, Rob. In fact, you bit the hand that fed you multiple times. It's hard for people to root for that. And don't do the suicide-threatening bull crap. That's a bitch move and you know it. It's low, it's cheap, and it's almost on the same level as falsely claiming you have cancer and trying to milk people for the sympathy. Stop it. Get some help. I'm not playing ROMs for the 5th millionth time. Look, there's your problem right there. You won't do what is required for you to continue getting the recognition and money that you are hoping for. You are all take and no give. I've been contemplating killing myself for a while, and these thoughts started creeping into my head. Yearly, then monthly, then weekly, and it's every day now. It might be today, hope so. Too chicken shit to give him a chance. Silent Rob 2007 to 2025. Dude, that's so bitch-made, bro. Telling people you're gonna unhero yourself, or unalive yourself, as people prefer to say these days, that's pure gaslighting and manipulation bullcrap. I once had a lot more respect for you. Now I don't even want to complete this playthrough on Oregon Trail with you. You make me sick, Rob. Instead, here's my low-effort Suno AI song for you.
Hey, it's Mike. I'm here at James's place.
Well, I'm here at James's place because I live vicariously through him.
I got this movie here, Elmo and Grouchland. It's Elmo. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad. Probably gonna be bad because it's friggin' Elmo.
In other words, I decided to hate it ahead of time because I hate Elmo. And you should hate Elmo with me.
Let's check it out.
Now, this movie you're about to see is all about Elmo.
Wow, look at all those people.
Oh, he's talking to the audience.
Just like you're talking to the audience?
And like we're talking to the audience. Seemed okay for you to do it, Mike.
Nice cardigan.
I'm not wearing a cardigan.
You actually checked to make sure you weren't wearing one? You don't know what you're wearing on a daily basis?
He wants you to talk and play along.
That's stupid that they made him talk to the audience. What if you're watching it at home like me? I don't have a cardigan on. What does he think, I'm friggin' Mr. Rogers?
It's called imagination, Mike. Something Sesame Street always encouraged and endorsed for kids. And conversely, something which you lack. Like, completely.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
There's proof he's already determined to hate it.
You actually see him walking. Is that Tiger Woods in the poster there? Behind him? Elmo's bedroom has a picture of Tiger Woods.
So what? My friend Kyle has a picture of the red stripe guy in his garage. Does that mean anything weird?
So not only does Elmo have a poster, but he's also got a picture on his nightstand, too. And it's the same exact picture. Tiger Woods holding the trophy. Did he get that trophy for fucking his girlfriend in the ass?
Now be honest with me, Kyle. Did you fuck the red stripe guy in the butthole to get that picture?
More like the other way around.
Hooray, butt sex!
Let's go home.
So the blanket is actually alive. That's a little creepy.
Yeah, nowhere near as creepy as a guy bringing up butt sex in a review of a Sesame Street movie. If only that was the last time you were gonna do that in this review.
Elmo has an idea. Elmo has an idea. Stuck Elmo's dick. That's why.
If only that was the last time you were gonna do that.
Oh my god, what is happening? He's like,
Thanks for the play-by-play, Madden.
Yeah. It's very special to Elmo. Zoe, that's why Elmo's gonna take it home. It's a very special blanket for Elmo. Now don't fucking touch it, bitch, or I'll slice your fucking eyes out.
This is what happens when you don't get enough hugs as a child. You end up as an emotionally stunted 30-something man making dick and fart jokes with children's programming in the background.
Way to go, Mike. Hey, make Elmo say bitch again.
Oh, not in a minute, Zoe. No. No, bitch.
Thank you.
No, wait. Elmo wants his blanket back now. It's mine.
ooh, rip the blanket.
I don't think anybody would have noticed that without your clever insight, Mike.
Zoe! Look what you did! Bitch! Zoe's not Elmo's friend anymore. What? I'm not your friend.
I can't stop!
Oh, that looks really bad. Whenever you see a full body shot of the characters, it only lasts for like 2 seconds. There's never like a 30-second shot where you see them standing. They know that it looks so awkward that they have to get it off the screen as quick as possible because it just looks so weird and fake.
Yeah, these puppets are totally fake.
Yeah, not like those real puppets who bask in reality and walk among us humans and are totally real.
Damn those fake puppets, taking jobs away from those hardworking, living, breathing puppets. Damn them!
Okay, but where's Elmo's blanket?
Where's Elmo's blanket? That bitch Zoe fucking ripped it. Just like I'm gonna rip her fucking head off later tonight when everybody's asleep.
Elmo's blanket back! Elmo needs his blanket back now!
I fucking hate Elmo.
I'm gonna spare you. For the next couple of minutes of this review, he's gonna spend talking about how much he hates Elmo. Oh, and for good measure, he's gonna toss in a couple of more sex jokes in there.
Fucking annoying. I want my blanket. I want my blanket. You can't have my blanket. You're not my friend anymore. Like, fuck you.
I know you'll find this hard to believe, but this is a grown man talking there.
Elmo sucks. Elmo's a piece of shit. Elmo has no self-confidence. Elmo's gonna fucking blow his fucking brains away with this gun. Elmo has to slit his fucking wrists. Elmo doesn't have a blanket. I have to slit my fucking Elmo wrist now.
Look at that guy's eyebrows. Look at how bushy his eyebrows are. If his eyebrows are that bushy, can you imagine what his ass crack looks like?
What? I mean, what? How do you go from eyebrows directly to butthole? Jeez! Shit, Mike! Why stop there? Hey, Kyle, can you imagine what it feels like to have your finger inside that hairy rectum of his?
Oh, could you imagine how tight that hairy asshole feels? Oh, man!
Yeah, to have your wiener trapped inside that hairy, disgusting ass!
And just to get your hands on that hairy intestines so you could squirm that hairy sperm hair all over his hairy hair.
Yeah, I'm convinced this guy's never seen a vagina in his entire life.
Like, ever.
So are those two married right now? Right there? Gordon and his wife? Imagine one day, like, I don't know, whatever, Cookie Monster's walking down the street and he looks in, like, their window on Sesame Street and, like, they're fucking each other. Or Gordon's eating her out. He's got his mustache and her pussy. Cookie Monster's looking in the window and Gordon's eating her pussy and Gordon's like, I'll show you how to eat a cookie. Ah!
You're right, Mike. That's totally less creepy than the talking blanket thing from earlier. What was I thinking?
I almost performed in the bus and truck tour of West Side Story. They said I wasn't right for Maria. What do they know?
This is so boring. Kids would not want to watch this scene.
Totally. Kids would rather watch Gordon perform cunnilingus.
So this whole movie is basically Elmo gets his blanket stolen, and then the fucking bad guy with the bushy eyebrows flies away to the top of his mountain, and Elmo has to walk over to the mountain. So it's kind of like the Lord of the Rings, but instead of a ring, it's a blanket, and it's all of the things that happen to Elmo along the way as he walks towards the top of the mountain. And you know what happens along the way every time?
You make another horrible sex reference?
Well, no one has ever passed the ultimate challenge before, and you did it.
Ultimate challenge? Elmo's got an ultimate challenge. Try to put Elmo's dick and balls in your mouth all at once. That's Elmo's challenge. Try and do it. Try and do it in under 10 seconds.
See?
Okay, you know what? I've had enough of this.
Yeah, there's really not much else. That's the entire thing. Him making tired sex references, hoping that some idiot will be laughing his ass off. Here's his conclusion.
In the whole movie, I've actually figured out why Elmo wanted the blanket back so badly after all. I was kind of making fun of the movie the whole way, but I do think there is a really good purpose why he wanted the blanket back. I think it's because the blanket is his cum rag, and he jerks off onto it.
Now I can go home and jerk off onto my blanket all night.
Oh, what a surprise. Cum rag, sex.